Hi everybody, my name is Stephanie Kraft. Welcome to my channel. My website is stephaniecraft.com, and if you enjoy my videos, go ahead and click the subscribe button and click that bell icon so that you can be notified when my videos are published. This video is about twin flames and how your twin flame is actually you. And that means that the person who is your twin flame is, yes, it's another person in another body, but technically you are one. So if we look at it from the soul perspective, sharing the same soul, sharing that same essence, when that essence is incarnated in a body, it's really coming from the same source. So when you begin to understand that that other person is you in another body, it's helpful because in some respects, if you begin to understand that everything that they do is for you, not against you, you can begin to embrace this idea that you have come into that body, you are in that other body because it's you doing things to you. This shirt is so weird. Just trying to smooth it out here. So that person, let's, just try to think of it that way, that that's you in that body doing these things to you, right? Once you start to understand that, start to think about why. This will help you get through all of these difficult situations. Ask yourself, why would I do that to myself? And then begin to see the reasons how these things can cause growth for you. How, for example, if your twin flame rejects you and doesn't have contact with you anymore, then perhaps you've delved deeply into your career or spirituality, or you've realized some things in your life that need to change, or you've been working on yourself to improve yourself or your health or anything that is beneficial. And so there is a purpose, there's an orchestration by the soul, by the higher self aspect for everything that happens between you and your twin, and it is always for your benefit. It is never against you. And so the same is true for them. And sometimes we may not understand why things are happening, why things are the way that they are. But there's always a purpose. There's always a reason. It's always for you. It's always for growth, learning, expansion, and evolution of your soul. So whenever you start to think, why did she? Why did he? How could he? And all of that kind of victim feeling or blame or anger or devastation about why your twin has done certain things, behaved a certain way, won't leave their spouse, for example, or anything. Just turn it around and imagine that that's you and you're in another body doing it to you, and ask yourself, why would I do this to myself? Understand you are doing this to yourself. You have made an agreement with your own soul to come down here to earth and be in these bodies and play out these roles. Ask yourself, why? Why is my twin pushing me to do these things? Meaning whatever it might be that is the result of them rejecting you, or maybe being back and forth with you, or not committing to you, or everything and anything that's happening. It is always for you. So once you begin to perceive it that way, you can actually do the real work of your soul that your soul has intended for this lifetime. So the longer that you stay in resistance to this idea, resistance to what they're doing, any kind of resistance, then you are fighting against your own alignment with your soul, your own path, highest path in this life. Any unhappiness or rejection of the way things are going, you are postponing your healing and your happiness ultimately. Because when you realize all of it is for you, you can start to think about, okay, why would I do this to myself? And be honest with yourself. Maybe there are things that you can heal within yourself. Maybe there are new endeavors that you can undertake in this life, new directions, new improvements, looking at things that you haven't been willing to look at before. Usually it is about inner child healing. Almost I would say in 100% of twin flames, whatever is being triggered within you by what you are doing to yourself, but from that other body, it's always to bring about the deepest healing from within to ultimately heal every single wound that you have had in this lifetime and all. Because the ultimate goal of us is to, as a soul, is to transcend the earth plane, meaning heal and learn every single thing we can possibly learn by being human, so that we can graduate from this plane of existence and move on to some of the more spiritually developed places, because earth is really the lowest vibrational planet. Why is it good to come here? It's good because in this density we can learn so much. That's the other reason your twin, which is you in another body doing these things to you, that's why they're going to push you, trigger you, reject you, and do all of these things that you don't like, because it hurts. It makes you feel things that you don't want to feel. But the more deeply you go into those feelings, and the more you connect those feelings to your inner child wounds, and recognize that your twin is a symbol only for those wounds, for you to heal them, because it's you in that body saying, come on, I'm going to push you to heal these finally. That is how you become free. You will find ultimate freedom when you face directly all of these triggers, all of these wounds, all of this pain, and you heal it once and for all and release yourself from it. Recognize the root cause of it. It's not about your twin. Your twin is just a symbol or catalyst to trigger those things in you. It's not about the relationship. It's you have the idea of the relationship in order to stay within that, seems kind of like a bubble, right, of existence with the twin, to keep you there, to keep you in this learning, in this healing, in this triggering, so that you can be brave enough, courageous enough to look at these issues within, heal them. And once you do, you will break free. You will become the happiest you've ever been. You will not miss your twin, actually. You will not even care if you're together or talking or anything. The more you embody the oneness of you with your twin, because you're one being. This is an illusion. The other person is pretending to be another person. I mean, it's like they are real, and they are another aspect of your soul having a full and complete life. But because this is a holographic universe, and we are multidimensional beings, we come from the same source, and so it is an illusion, because technically you're one. And I know this firsthand from spiritual experiences that I've had, dreams that I've had, being under hypnosis, I've had so many experiences to show me the reality that my twin and I are one, literally one. And so even though he's in another body, and it's hard for us to conceptualize this because here we are living a life. I'm me, he's him. But like, it's weird, but it's true. And it's such a weird thing. My twin and I were the same person in another life. I actually visited that lifetime under hypnosis. I had no idea it was going to happen. I didn't, it wasn't purposeful. I just ended up visiting that lifetime. And when we left that life, when that woman crossed over, we both like shot out of her body, to the other side, into the spirit world. And we were like laughing hysterically and playing like children and kind of like swirling around each other as souls because we were so happy to be out of that. That was not a very good life. We were not in a happy marriage. It was, we were just one person, one woman. But it's like this energy, this essence that comes from the soul, this soul being that you are, can actually merge, and be in one body for one lifetime. And you're one person, but both soul aspects are inside. That's how weird this whole thing is. People think very linearly or logically about the soul, but really it's not like that. And we can't even understand it fully while we're here. But because I've had so many of these experiences and through my clients as well, I have a greater understanding or a broader perspective of these things that might seem unusual to people. And I do believe that the twin aspect is kind of like a separate aspect, but because it originates from one source, one soul essence, it technically we're one, although that we're having some different experiences in the life. I still have had enough experiences through these spiritual experiences to show me that that is actually me in another body. It's actually literally me. And so it can make it easier, I think, to understand this journey, because again, always go back to ask yourself, why am I doing this to myself? Whatever your twin is doing to you, ask yourself, why would I come into another body and do this to myself? All of your answers are right there. If you're really honest with yourself, take a really hard look at the benefits of being pushed that hard. If you've ever done sports or you've witnessed, coaches that are pretty hard and tough and rough on their athletes, it's really not to be mean. It's really to push them to their limits so that they can achieve new limits and push themselves harder than they've ever pushed themselves. That's the only way that you can grow. We choose the hardest kind of ways to learn here. That's the way we do it here, and that's the way we learn. Because can you imagine if you chose a life where everything is wonderful and perfect and you have a happy family and you have a great life and career and children and money and everything you've ever wanted? Leave that life, go to the other side, and you ask yourself, your spirit guides, let's say, or whoever you're kind of counseling with, to find out, what did you learn in that life? You wouldn't have much to say. There are benefits to learning about love, happiness, togetherness, abundance, all these wonderful things. Yes, but did your soul really get stretched and grow much? No, not really, not in that kind of life. So when we're up for the challenge, like twin flames are, we decide to make it harder on ourselves to learn more. That's why you're doing this. You're doing this for personal soul growth and expansion. But because we're all one and every single thing influences the other, there is no other, but the many, then it affects them Everything that we do, everything that we learn, how we grow and expand affects all the rest. It's like a domino effect. Our energy affects the energy of all others, because ultimately we are all one, but we're playing this game where we perceive the separateness. But with a twin, we perceive less separateness and we perceive more oneness. We experience more oneness than we could ever experience with another person. So it's a spiritual experience because it's closer to that oneness, closer to God, closer to your own soul, more of meeting your own soul than just meeting someone who's either in your soul group or not in your soul group. Those extensions of self, of the other, are a bit more distant than the actual experience with your twin, which is you. Your twin is you in another body, and it is true. And you don't have to understand it, but the more you take it in and really understand it's for you with all caps, because it's not to you, it's not against you, you'll really get through this much better. And I guess that's it. I wanted to just share this truth. It's my truth. It's what I've experienced, but I believe it is true. And probably you understand it if you're a twin flame, because you've had so many experiences to show you that it is real and true. Okay, so that's it. My website is stephaniecraft.com. I do twin flame sessions pretty much every day. I work with twin flames all around the world, and those are phone sessions. And you can just book them right on my website. I do healing, energy healing. I connect with your higher self to bring you messages and guidance. I do healing for your twin. I can also tune into your twin, give you that side of the story, what's going on there with the feelings and thoughts and things. Somehow I just can pick up on that. I don't need a name. I don't need a picture, nothing. It just comes to me somehow. And I can offer healing to your twin as well, because it's going to help both of you. I also have a company of natural body care products called Radiant Sun Botanicals. I have a YouTube channel called Radiant Sun Botanicals. You can go ahead and check that YouTube channel out, where I have information about my products. I make whipped body butter, and I make massage oil. I have just a couple items here right now. The rest of it's downstairs. And I just they were just sitting here, so I figured I would mention them. And the good thing about my products is that I infuse them all with my energy healing. So if you want to receive my energy healing every day, you could get a product and use it. This is body butter. You can just put it on your hands, your feet, your body every day. You will literally be receiving the energy healing that I do. They're all natural, made with exotic butters and oils from around the world. Nothing, no chemicals, just butters, plant butters and oils, essential oils, and my energy healing. That's it. That's the only thing in my products, all natural. I make them myself. And this company has a very interesting story about how it came to me in a spiritual experience. Okay, and that story is on the website, Radiant Sun Botanicals, and I have a video explaining that as well on that YouTube channel. Okay, I hope you're having a beautiful day or night, wherever you are. Many blessings, and I will see you again soon.